What up, world? Welcome back to Dog Talk. I'm your host, Sporty Black, checking in. Shout out to everybody, man. My apologies. I ain't really been up on my videos like I supposed to. Had a lot going on. My son been sick or whatever, and I'm also moving into a new spot. But once I move into my new spot, I have a bigger, office space, to do my videos or whatnot. So, I just want to, shout out for y'all, for staying down with me, y'all. But nevertheless, this video, I'm talking about the game between Georgia and Auburn, the Deep South oldest rivalry. We the Bulldog we spanked up on them again, 27-10, and we done beat them 11 out the last 14 times. So that's ownership. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to the dogs. Looked real good. They beating up on Auburn. Matter of fact, ever since the LSU game, we've been clicking on all cylinders. For the most part, we still got some things that we need to clean up and get better at. Particularly goal to go situation, goal line offense. We definitely got to get better in that facet of the game. Shout out to the offensive line though, man. We done rushed for over 300 yards in back-to-back games. It's like in the LSU game, for some odd reason, we went away from the run, but after that, we went back to the drawing board and figured out that that is our true identity, and we've been running the ball, successfully since that game, And shout out to the offensive line because we've been having a lot of injuries along the offensive line, but even the backups, they coming in, you know what I mean, plug them right in and play, and they producing at a high level. So, we got to give a lot of that credit to the offensive line coach, Sam Pittman, who did a great job on the recruiting trail this year. He brought in a lot of big-time recruits, a lot of five-star offensive linemen, and they playing, and they living up to the hype. So, that's something to keep your eye on as we get closer to the date in Atlanta in the SEC championship game with Alabama. And it's a lot of good things going on. I was glad to see Kirby Smart them really give Justin Field, some playing time. Let him throw the ball around. Let him get some on the job training. He did some good things and he also did some bad things. He made some freshman mistakes. And things like that that's what you want as a coach. You want your freshman player to go out there and play, and even if he screws up, you can have the film come Monday, and you can show him where he went wrong and then he can see what he needs to improve on. So definitely need to do a better job with time management. We don't need to take delay a game, especially when we're in field goal range. And then he also got to realize that if it's first and goal, if the play ain't there, just throw it away, live to see another down. Because when you go to running around and all this and you get sacked for 15, 17 yard losses, that really put the offense in a very compromising situation. So that's something else he's going to learn from, I'm pretty sure. But I'm just glad to see him get that in-game experience because that's what he's going to need. Because even in this Auburn game, Jake Fromm took a vicious hit, a targeting hit. They got the guy tossed out the game, but it could have easily been a concussion. But thank God it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the coaches for that, man. The defense looked good. I'm glad to see the young players getting a lot of playing time on the defensive side of the ball. Had a couple shakes up in the secondary. Tyson Campbell ain't been playing that well, so they brought in Eric Stowe. Eric Stowe been playing solid ever since the spring game because he does a better job at locating the ball when it's in the air opposed to Tyson Campbell. Chandler, who for some reason he's on the defender, but he lose tracks of the ball. Yeah, Eric Stokes, he's doing a great job at corner. I thought he was going to win the job coming out of the spring just based on what I seen, throughout the spring because he got the speed to run with the receivers, but he's always in position to make a play on the ball, and he gets his head around in the right time to make a play on the ball because as a cornerback, That's the most important thing. It don't matter how much speed you got. You got to have ball skills and know when to turn your head around to make a play on the ball. And there's been several times this year with Campbell was step for step with the receiver, but he just lost track of the ball. And if you lose track of the ball and the receiver got to go through you to get to the ball, and the referee see you ain't got your head turned around, they gonna throw a flag on you. So when Kirby made the move, I felt like that was the right move to make. Hopefully Tyson continues, to work hard and practice, get better, and I'm pretty sure we can utilize them, in some facets of the game, special team or dime packages or something like that. But right now, I think they doing the right thing by going with Eric Stokes. Just to be honest with you, right? I just think he's just a better corner. Sometimes people we fall in love with the fact that these guys got 5-star and all this, connected with their name, but you know when I was looking at film on Tyson Campbell, basically he was playing more safety in high school than corner. So maybe they need to give him a look there at safety or at the nickel or something like that. I'm not sure, but the depth that we got in the secondary is improving because now I see them, slowly trying to ease Otis Reese into the mix. He's a big safety. And he got some hit, he got some thump. So when he hit, and I think that's what we've been missing. You got guys like J.R. Reed and Richard LeCount. They're very good football players, right? And they're not afraid of getting their head in there and run support. But to me, both of those guys are not great tacklers. J.R. Reed is a much better tackler than Richard LeCount, but Richard LeCount is kind of smallish, and every time he go in for a tackle, he always goes high, and so he always gets stiff on him and just get drugged 5, 10 extra yards down the field. I just don't think he got good technique when it comes to tackling, although he leads the team in tackles. So you go figure. But defensively, we played great. They moved the ball a little bit on us in the first quarter. After that, we just shut them down. And I'm pleased with that. And I'm pleased with the pass rush that we trying to muster up in these last couple of weeks or whatever, because we came in, uh, after the LSU game, we was ranked like last in the SEC in total sacks. That's not really our main strong point as being like a sack happy team. It's all about, affecting the quarterback. You know what I mean? So if you can't even get the sack on them, at least get some pressure on them, make them throw the ball away, or if you get some batted balls, things like that. All of those are great, stats for affecting the passer. And, that's all you can ask for, man. But the defense is looking pretty good. The young guys, they playing a lot of, important snaps. So the deeper we go into, the postseason, the more and more experience they have. It's just going to help us out as a unit. So, I'm pleased at what I see.